Well, good afternoon, everyone. And I checked, we started right at noon, so they knew they didn't want me messing that up. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Andy Kerr, one of your county commissioners. We'll get to meet all three of us today. And it truly is an honor to gather so many dedicated leaders from across our region. And thank you for taking the time to join us today for Jefferson County State of the County Luncheon. Events like this remind us of something important. Local government is, at its core, a team sport. We cannot succeed alone. Every day, our community members rely on a vast network of public servants. Many of you in this room who look beyond jurisdictional lines and choose collaboration. And with that in mind, I would like for all of our, and I know like Steve Odorizio from Adams County, he thought I was going to introduce each one of you specially. No, Steve, you're just going to be one of the bunch standing up and collecting applause. So with that, would all of our elected guests please stand and wave vigorously so we can thank you for your service. Yes, Jeffco, municipal, neighbors, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. And now let's have our Jeffco neighbors and municipal employees and leaders stand and be recognized for your hard work in making us electeds look good.
This should get more interesting.
Yes, yes. Says your name there. So sorry, I spilled your stuff. Oh, that's all upside down. Oh, also, I wanted to make sure that we took a moment to thank the folks here at Social Capital and Footers to thank you for serving us today. We appreciate it. So give them a thank. In that video, you heard the many municipalities and unincorporated towns with, and Cassie, don't put the map up yet. I have a little thing, a little quiz here. In that video, you heard the many municipalities and unincorporated towns within Jefferson County, but we didn't talk about the large number of bordering communities that we work closely with, other than Superior. You heard about them. Jefferson County shares a border with 10. I should have asked you that, if anyone could guess. Most people would say, oh, maybe 9 or so. It's 10 other counties, making us one of the few counties in the entire country with that many neighboring jurisdictions. While we are grateful for the collaboration among partners within our borders, we also value the neighbors we have. And go ahead, shout out our neighboring counties. Yep. Boulder, Broomfield, Adams, Denver, Arapahoe, Douglas, Gilpin Park, Clear Creek. That's 9, 10th. It's a 300-foot border. It's about 300 feet long in the southeast corner of Jefferson. Teller, who got Teller? Yay, congrats. You win a prize, which we'll let you know about later. But we can put the map up now. Emergencies like wildfires don't respect borders. The heartbreak of a school shooting doesn't stay confined to one municipality. And those experiencing homelessness don't choose where they are when severe weather sheltering is required. The beauty of Jeffco is that we never have to navigate those challenges alone. Whether we're preparing for wildfire season, strengthening behavioral health services, ensuring the safety and well-being of our most vulnerable neighbors, our success depends on the relationships we build and the trust we sustain. Because our challenges are interconnected, our solutions must be as well. This last year has been a challenging one to navigate. Some of our most essential services that provide basic needs for people have faced budget cuts and debilitating changes. It is our commitment that we will continue to advocate for those community members and organizations who are impacted. Early in 2025, Jefferson County established a task force to closely monitor legislative changes at both the state and the federal level. Through this effort, we have been better positioned to identify potential funding gaps and to speak up to our representatives and share the county's perspective on potential changes. For those of you that aren't familiar, Jefferson County has 7 strategic outcome areas that help guide our work. If you scan the QR code on your table, that's the code that your dad says, just give me the menu. I stole that one off social media. It will take you to our 2025 annual report, which breaks down the work we have done over the last year to align with each strategic objective. Those 7 outcome areas are: first, create safe, healthy, and thriving communities. In a moment, Commissioner Dahlkemper will highlight some of the work that is being done to address 2 major topics related to this, which include homelessness and wildfire preparedness. Second, enhance inclusive community engagement. In 2025, it was the first year that Jefferson County formally adopted a new county flag for Pride Month, which was flown outside of our buildings for the month of June, and is an official county flag which any county employee, any county department can wave as an official county flag anytime that they want. Third, ensure responsible growth and development. Commissioner Zenzinger will highlight some of our forward progress on the county's Together Jeffco initiative, including an updated comprehensive plan. Next, protect natural resources and our environment, which, as you saw in the video, is very, very important to folks here in Jeffco. In 2025, we saw a 29% increase in publicly available EV charging stations. This year, we also welcomed a new Parks and Open Space director to Jeffco after the retirement of our former director, Tom Hobie. And we are thrilled to now have Aaron Roth as part of that team. And he comes to us from the National Park Service and brings a wealth of knowledge to the department. Next, strengthen public facilities and infrastructure. Our Development and Transportation Department earned 2 significant awards last year. One from the Colorado Asphalt Pavement Association, and work completed in the Friendly Hills subdivision was recognized as the 2025 Best in Colorado Asphalt Award winner for local agency county resurfacing. The second was from the American Concrete Pavement Association for a roundabout project at C470 in Quincy. This project was rated the best concrete county road project constructed in Colorado in 2025. Next, operate as an employer of choice. Last year, Jefferson County was ranked the 4th healthiest employer in Colorado in the large employer category. And last but certainly not least, provide innovative, equitable, and effective services. In 2025, our clerk and recorder's office completed a multi-year project to make all property documents dating back to 1859. No, I don't think any of you. Dating back to 1859, available online and searchable to the public for free. Today is not only a chance to reflect on these wins, but to connect with each other. It's a chance to reaffirm that collaboration isn't just an approach. It's an expectation and a value that guides our work every single day. Jefferson County is proud to work alongside you, each and every one of you, even when that path forward turns a little bit complex. One other thing, going off a little bit off script, I just want to say we must all strive for truth and transparency in everything that we do and say. Here come the eye rolls behind me, but that's okay. If you listen to our Tuesday hearings that I chair now as the chair of the County Commission, you will hear me reiterate two are they all holding? No, 2 opportunities for public comment each week. And I say that in response to another local government that decided to restrict public comment. And in case you might ever think that what you say or do might be forgotten in your roles today, you should ask Commissioner Zenzinger, Senator Zenzinger, how many of her Senate bills from the past decade she tries to save every week. And you might also have seen a 2015 quote of mine. Yes, an 11-year-old quote of mine on the front page of the Denver Post today. Totally out of context. No idea why they put that quote in there, but it's on the front page of the Denver Post today. Everything we say and do stays around. So do it with integrity, do it with truth. And it's actually a really good quote. I just don't know why they used it. So the other thing, speaking of front pages of the Denver Post today, we have a little open space article and nice picture up there celebrating some stuff, which perhaps we'll hear about some more a little bit later. So with that, on with the show, and let me introduce Commissioner Leslie Dalkin.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Commissioner Kerr. Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to see each of you here today. We know you have very busy schedules, and thank you for spending some time with us today. More importantly, thank you for being partners and collaborators in this work as we navigate what are very complex issues facing our counties, our cities, but we're so much stronger when we come together, whether it's around homelessness, affordable housing, wildfire resiliency, infrastructure, roads, and so much more. So again, thank you for that partnership. We appreciate it very much. We're excited to celebrate with you some major milestones from 2025 and to share more about how they'll shape our work moving forward. First, we've made major strides to improve our county's wildfire preparedness and resiliency. Our wildfire risk in Jefferson County is 98% higher than other counties across the country, which is staggering when you stop to think about that statistic. Recent fires, such as the Marshall Fire in neighboring Boulder County and the Quarry Fire in South Jeffco, hit close to home, and these catastrophic events remind us that we must act with urgency to save lives, homes, and businesses. Our efforts can also positively impact skyrocketing homeowners insurance. How many of you have faced that issue? Whether you've heard about it from your constituents or you yourself have seen your homeowners insurance rates increase because of wildfire and hail in particular, especially in our foothills communities, evergreen, conifer, pine. Thanks to Jeffco voters who passed ballot measure 1A, and many of you in this room also helped with that initiative, county commissioners approved $7 million for a new wildland fire management program. Housed in the Jeffco Sheriff's Office, the program will offer wildfire education and outreach, a homeowner assessment and certification program, homeowner microgrants for both defensible space around homes as well as home hardening, and increased county capacity to support fire protection districts. Commissioners also approved new updates to the Wildfire Resiliency Code to harden homes from wildfire, protect the public, and help address homeowners' insurability. I have to also take a moment to point out that these new, what we call WUI codes, and some of our cities are working on their codes as well, was a tremendous lift for our building and planning and zoning department. And I just want to take a moment to recognize Avel and his incredible team, Sarah, Brita, and Chris, and so many others who were involved in that tremendous work. Thank you so much. It's a big milestone for our county. And I'm very proud to say that our WUI codes meet and in a number of cases exceed the state requirements as well. I'd like to shift to talk about another topic you heard Commissioner Kerr touch on, which is addressing homelessness and affordable housing. That was another major 2025 priority for us as the county saw a 27% increase in people experiencing homelessness from 2024 to 2025. That's according to the annual point-in-time count, and it's the largest increase in the Denver metro area. Last May, the county hosted a regional forum on homelessness, which many of you attended, and county commissioners worked closely with our mayors, our city council members, housing experts, staff from the county and from our cities to mobilize regional action. Thank you for coming together to address service gaps and further enhance severe and extreme weather response. These discussions that we had with you also help to inform county decisions regarding both policy and funding. And we're looking forward to our second annual forum a little later this week. Housing affordability, as we know, is key to preventing homelessness. And in Jeffco, there's an affordability shortage of more than 13,600 units for renters earning less than 50% of the area median income, or about $90,000 a year. More than 49,000 additional housing units are needed by 2040. And that's the amount needed to meet the demand across Jefferson County. In response, Jefferson County has begun construction on affordable housing units. We plan to complete 324 affordable housing units by the end of 2026. And we've invested an additional $1.4 million to build more affordable housing units by the end of 2027. We also approved the county's first ever 15-year strategic housing plan. And I want to take just a moment to recognize Kat Douglas. Kat is here today. Kat, if you could just wave. Kat has been a tremendous leader and expert in the area of affordable housing, along with her team, Carrie Rennick on the issue of homelessness prevention. And we deeply appreciate your leadership and expertise on these issues. Our 15-year housing strategic plan addresses the full spectrum of housing, from homelessness to market rate homeownership. The plan not only focuses on regional collaboration and community input, but uses historical trends and future projections to inform action items over the next 15 years. Another quick note, but important note on this. It's critical for us at the county level to make sure that we're nimble and we adapt our strategies for housing based on geographic differences. For example, in our foothills communities, we consider factors like wildfire, water availability, and other environmental constraints, as well as more nuanced development. In the plains, we see a lot more opportunity for increased density, land use flexibility, and larger scale development. I also want to mention that county commissioners have been working closely with our mayors, housing experts, foundation leaders, and others on the Jeffco Housing Steering Advocacy Committee, which authored the Jeffco Housing Blueprint, a transformational roadmap for greater collaboration and advocacy on affordable housing, where together cities and counties recognize our unique differences, but are also looking for policy levers that we can strategically pull to advance our work together on affordable housing. And I just want to take a moment to give a huge shout out and a heartfelt thanks to the Colorado Gives Foundation. I believe Kelly Duncan is here. Kelly, if we could just see you if you're still in the audience. Thank you so much for your support. There you are. Thank you very much to you and your team. We appreciate you and the work that we've been able to do because of the Colorado Gives Foundation and your support. These are just a couple of the high-level milestones from 2025 and just a few other noteworthy achievements before I turn it over to Commissioner Zenzinger. And no, we didn't send each other a memo on how to dress today. The Jeffco Sheriff's Office launched the very first Blue Envelope program to improve interactions between law enforcement and drivers who may have communication, sensory, or cognitive challenges. Our Business Innovation and Technology Department, I saw Andy Corbett here with us today with his team. Good to see you. He heads up our BIT department, worked with internet service providers to secure $40 million in grant funding to bring high-speed internet to more than 5,200 locations that have no service or limited service. Whether you live in pockets of Arvada or in our foothills communities, you know, this has been a big issue for Jeffco. So Andy, thank you so much for your leadership, you and your team. And of course, we have to come back full circle for a moment to our incredible road and bridge team, which overlaid more than 200 lane miles of road surface and brought nearly 500 curb ramps into ADA compliance. And they replaced more than 42,000 square yards of curb, gutter, sidewalk, and stamped concrete throughout Jefferson County. This is a statistic that surprises me every time I see it, but we wanted to share it with you. Our road and bridge team maintains more than 3,600 lane miles of paved and gravel roadways in unincorporated Jefferson County. And just to put that in perspective, that's the distance from Jefferson County to Tampa, Florida, and back. They're an incredible team, and I think they deserve a huge round of applause for the work that they do on behalf of our county. And in closing, another critical component in making sure all Jeffco children are well prepared for kindergarten is Jeffco's Head Start program, which serves nearly 300 children and their families. And this was during the 2024-25 school year. We're excited to carry this work forward. And I also want to mention one other huge partner in this effort, and that is our Jeffco Public Library System, which I personally believe is one of the best in the country. We just wrapped up National Library Week. And as we've seen an increase in terms of book bans and censorship, we want you to know that your Board of County Commissioners stand squarely with our librarians in Jeffco who work every single day to make sure that people in our community can see and hear their own stories and their own voices in every book on the shelves, and the materials as well provided by our Jeffco library system. Thank you so much. And with that, I will turn it over to my twin for today, Commissioner Zenzinger.
Well, good morning, everyone. As a Zenzinger, it is my lot in life to be third or last every time. And no, we did not coordinate our outfits, but I just want to say this is an example of the level of coordination that your county government is bringing to you every day. They even have matching ties. Just want to point that out. Yeah. So as Commissioner Dahlkemper shared, we are very excited about the work ahead, and I want to touch on some of our priorities for the future. Commissioner Kerr touched on this briefly a few moments ago. It is a key priority for us to continue advocating, not just for our regional partners, but for our entire community, our members who rely on the services and the resources that we provide every day. Now, last year, our case management agency served 4,300 people in Jefferson County and Clear Creek counties. 57,000 people received SNAP benefits last year, and 5,182 individuals were served through the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, also known as TANF. 922 adults were supported through our Adult Protection Program, and our staff responded to 9,578 referrals to our Child Welfare and Prevention Hotline. It's a pretty incredible statistic. And it is only possible through incredible staff that we have that meet the moment, that respond to those calls, and who make sure that our services are delivered. Commissioner Kerr also mentioned that early last year, we began closely monitoring the impacts of federal and state legislation on our county programs. That work became especially critical in October and November of last year, when the federal government experienced a 43-day shutdown. SNAP benefits were abruptly placed on hold with no clear timeline for release. The freeze disrupted essential assistance, affecting thousands of residents, many of them children, and leaving families uncertain about access to food just before the holidays. In response, the county declared a disaster emergency, redirected resources immediately, and coordinated with food pantries. We also coordinated with many of you in the room here today, our local government partners. So if you are a part of those efforts, would you please raise your hand? Come on, cities. By coming together, we were able to address the problem. Recent federal changes to SNAP and Medicaid are creating some new requirements for some of our residents, including work or volunteer hours to maintain those benefits and more frequent eligibility reviews. These updates also include policy shifts that will affect non-citizen or refugees of eligibility and how often our individuals must renew their Medicaid coverage. In response, Jefferson County is working closely with state leaders to help residents understand these changes, stay enrolled, and avoid gaps in food and health assistance. Now, the county continues to process applications. We provide clear communication about these changes and offer connections to local resources so that residents can access the support that they need during these changes. Additionally, HR 1, which was the federal funding bill, recently proposed changes from the state to our human services system. And these changes will have a major impact on our community. We were motivated to work with the state and other counties to find alternative strategies that could help us navigate these changes brought forth by HR 1 and the state. That is why Jeffco is currently engaged in advocacy with agencies across Colorado. We are working together to update our systems and improve how our services are delivered with a focus on a simpler process and better technology. The state is also working to improve coordination and data sharing across programs. And while these issues aim to create a more efficient and connected system, the transition period continues to require careful guidance and flexibility from our employees and from our partners. And we are ready to meet that challenge. A few other things to keep your eye on in 2026 and beyond. This year, we are eager to see the impact of our Early Childhood Council. After an extensive application and committee review process, Jefferson, Gilpin, and Clear Creek counties selected Jefferson County Public Health to convene the region's Early Childhood Council, now named the Gateway Partnership for Early Childhood. Now, this is a significant systems-level change that will consolidate functions across our Tri-County region, and Jefferson County Public Health will officially assume that role on July 1. I want to congratulate them for the successful application, and I really look forward to working with them. The Together Jeffco Comprehensive Plan was adopted by the Jefferson County Planning Commission on April 8th. And this is the county's vision for future development and was updated in coordination with our Community Wildfire Protection Plan, our Evacuation Annex to the Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan, and the Transportation and Mobility Plan. The plan also creates the framework to meet new statutory requirements for comprehensive plans, including requirements to address strategic growth, housing, and water. Before the end of this year, some additional work needs to be done, and we'll need to take a closer look at the long-term costs for serving new developments, especially where infrastructure upgrades are required. We'll also want to build on our current water conservation policies and to keep collaborating with our water providers to make sure that we have enough capacity moving forward. Our Jeffco Elections Office is working hard to prepare for the 2026 primary and general elections. They are just around the corner. They're striving to continue increasing voter participation, maintain ballot processing accuracy and efficiency, and implement robust security measures to address new threats. A couple of weeks ago, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office Bomb Squad visited our elections warehouse to support routine safety preparations for our ballot drop boxes. They used specialized X-ray technology to capture baseline images of the boxes, and these reference images will help responders quickly identify anything unusual without needing to open the box, if there is ever a concern. These priorities and more reflect our ongoing commitment to innovation, security, accessibility, and collaboration. We are dedicated to making meaningful improvements that will benefit every resident of our county. We want to thank you for being here today and for your continued support as we continue to work together toward a bright and successful 2026. Now, I'm going to turn things over to our county manager, Joe Kirby.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joe and last name is Kirby, and I'm the county manager for Jefferson County. I have the pleasure of serving this board. And as you probably all know, they're a board that cares deeply and passionately about the county, not just certain areas of the county, but the entire county. I will tell you that Jefferson County is very vast and diverse in so many different ways. And my experience tells me over the last 20 years as a city or county manager that oftentimes people do not understand the services that their county government provides to them. Oftentimes, residents will connect more directly with the services a city provides, and so oftentimes they'll feel more connected. A lot of times people view county government as very mysterious. And so my hope is today that you heard some things that the county is working on that touches the lives of our residents day in and day out. One of the things that I get emotional about, and I look at some of my colleagues who know how easy it is for me to cry at the drop of a hat, but one of the things that just amazes me about Jefferson County and our municipalities within the county, and that is the level of collaboration that we have. And multiple times a month, I have the privilege of meeting with the city managers within the county. And I think it's one of the most productive meetings that I have the opportunity to go to each and every month. And that's not trying to butter up my colleagues, because we do have our differences from time to time. But I can tell you that oftentimes cities and counties get into tug of wars or turf wars, and that just doesn't happen here. It's just remarkable to me that we have such a collaborative spirit within the city and county of Jefferson County. It's tremendous. So thanks to all of you for being here. And yes, Cassie, I know I'm going off of script, but I just think it's important to recognize the spirit of collaboration that exists in this room and in our communities. And that's because of our elected officials, that's because of our appointed officials, and that's because of all of the employees that work amongst our different organizations working together. We can't plow a lot of the areas that we need help. So we partner with surrounding counties. We partner with cities as to where that snowplow line should begin and end. It's not just about jurisdictional boundaries. It's about how do we provide the best services to our residents. So thank you to all of you for being here for our first annual State of the County. I think I can say that, right, commissioners? Okay. And I also want to give credit to our staff, because this is accessibility in works right here. I can actually read this. I think it might be 24 point. So thank you, Cassie, for making this 24 points so I can read it at my age. So thank you again for being with us here today. As we wrap up this year's State of the County, I want to express our deep appreciation for each of you who show up every day to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our people, the people we serve. Your presence today reflects your commitment to collaboration, shared responsibility, and the belief that we are stronger when we work together. We've heard important reflections and updates this afternoon, the progress that we've made, the challenges that we're navigating, and the priorities that will guide us into the year ahead. None of this work happens in isolation. It happens because dedicated people across jurisdictions, disciplines, and sectors choose to coordinate, communicate, and come to the table. Before we conclude, I want to encourage you to continue the conversations that started in this room today. These moments when leaders connect informally, share ideas, and build relationships are often where the next great partnership or solution begins. I'm also told that Commissioner Kerr is opening up the bar this afternoon for anyone who wants to stay and enjoy some more of those partnerships. It's all on Commissioner Kerr's personal tab, right, Commissioner? It's all joking aside, it's when we take the time to spend a little bit of time together where solutions and ideas come about. And it's not just about running from one meeting to the next. How do we make a difference in the lives of our residents? And that happens through opportunities like this for us to connect. So as you finish your meals, please feel free to stick around, mingle, and enjoy the time with colleagues and friends from across the region. This gathering is as much about connection as it is about reflection, and we hope you'll take advantage of the opportunity to engage with one another. As we're talking about reflection, there is someone in the room that I feel I need to recognize, and that's my colleague, Kathy Hodson. from Lakewood. And Kathy is planning on transitioning into a different season of life this summer. And I can tell you, she welcomed me with with open arms when I first came to Jeffco. And she's a true colleague that not only cares about the residents of her community, but the county overall. And she's demonstrated such tremendous spirit of collaboration and problem solving. And Kathy, I will absolutely miss working with you. And we have a great group of colleagues, but Kathy's been with the city of Lakewood for 46, 46 years, which is phenomenal. Thank you, Kathy, for your service from the county to you. So apparently Commissioner Kurz decided to retract his offer about happy hour. But it appears that if you look under your chair, there's a sticker on the bottom of one of the chairs at each table, which means if you have that sticker, you can take the centerpiece home with you today. And for those of you who don't get the sticker, there's like some vacant tables over here. You may want to run over to those. But oh, wait a minute.
And before we end today, we were remiss in not introducing our county attorney, Kim Sorrells. So we just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us and for being part of our team. We rely on Kim a lot. And so we just wanted to welcome you here and thank you for joining us today.
And because an elected official can't get away from the mic, right? Just when you thought we were at the closer. But I really want to take, on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners and Joe, we want to just give a huge shout out to Cassie and our amazing public affairs team with whom we could not have done this event today. Cassie and team, thank you so much for everything. Great job. Great job. Please enjoy. Hope you can stay.